What's going on, everybody? This is Let's Be Real, Brad, and today I'm going to be talking about the acclaimed and great new Netflix film that just came out, written and directed by Aaron Sorkin, Trial of Chicago 7. Trial of Chicago 7 was going to be distributed by Paramount, but due to the COVID pandemic, they actually sold the rights to Netflix to distribute the film, as they did get a limited release in theater 2 weeks prior to going to Netflix so it could get that Oscar eligibility. Now seeing it, I really love this movie. This movie is so great for so many reasons, and I think the greatest thing about it is the writing. The writing is phenomenal, as Aaron Sorkin has proven time and again he is one of the best writers that is working in Hollywood right now. He really focuses in on the more emotional and big message and feel of the movie rather than the logistics so many courtrooms try to do, but it ends up feeling too silly at the same time. But what is even crazy is that this movie is so insane with the courtroom proceedings that this movie was actually considered very accurate by many fact checkers of this movie, even though that there are parts of this film that are very Hollywoodized. Some of the crazy things that happened really did happen, and they actually kept out some certain elements that were happening in these court trials that I was pretty shocked that they didn't keep in there. Writing is sharp, it's poignant, it always has really interesting dialogue. The movie flows so nicely from scene to scene, and you always feel like you're engaged with this movie simply because of the writing. There are many hilarious moments in this movie that work so perfectly, especially with the great cast that it has. The acting in this film is really great in this movie. Some of my standouts I have is Sacha Baron Cohen, Eddie Redmayne, and Mark Rylance. I thought they were truly excellent in this movie. They probably will be nominated. This picture right here, they look exactly like the original people, as at least some of the characters are a little bit changed. Overall, I was very impressed on the look of it, especially Sacha Baron Cohen's character as Abby Hoffman. My word, that is so accurate. All the direction that Sorkin has with this movie, really capturing the emotion and feel to this movie, especially in the courtroom scenes as he zooms in on certain characters slowly to create that drama, to create that tension and that thrilling moment. The direction in this movie really kept me on edge the entire time. And I love the way that it's edited with the directing, because this movie is very fast-paced. It goes from one scene to the next, and it always keeps you entertained, giving you the right amount of information that you need that doesn't take you out of the movie. Because knowing the information isn't the point of the movie. It's that feel and that parallel to the 1960s to now, that some of these issues that we're having have been the same for years, and saying that, hey, people, wake up. We've had the same issues. It's time to finally change things. I love the way Sorkin uses exposition in this movie, especially in the opening intro. I thought was absolutely excellent. It really painted the picture of everything I needed to know with using actual film clips, edited all together, knowing what you need to know, and capturing the mood and feel of how serious, how thrilling, and how exciting this movie's going to be, and how powerful this movie's going to be all in one. I thought it was really done so well, and it's probably one of the best exposition meaty scenes that I've seen in a very long time. I truly felt inspired to make a change in this movie. I felt like I wanted to go do something, because the movie just shows that the corruption within the system and how they allow us to do what we want, but then go against us and go against those rules and being hypocrites and not allowing the people to demand these things. Definitely one of the most exciting and thrilling movies of the year that I could not wait to watch. As someone who's in the criminal justice major, it really is a lot more exciting that I want to be someone who stands up for justice and do protests and actively fight against the system that is ultimately against us in so many ways. It definitely gave me the inspiration to do that. When I do have some negatives with this movie is that some of it is Hollywoodized, of course, and some of the things that I'm like, all right, I knew that was pretty outrageous to happen in the courtroom, but some of that probably didn't happen, but some of it obviously did happen. And so it's always going to be a negative with these courtroom dramas, because it's something that it is definitely a little unrealistic. And being in the criminal justice major, I know how court proceedings go and know how Hollywoodized a lot of movies are. So for me, knowing that aspect, it's just going to be down a little bit. My only other complaint is the humor. I think the humor is pretty good in this movie, but sometimes it goes on for too long, and it really does break up a lot of tension and really great scenes in this movie that I wish was toned down so much, because I understand it's supposed to break the tension a little bit, but it does it so inappropriately at times that really made me frustrated, because I wanted to be more involved in this movie. I really wanted to be on edge almost the entire time, and there's parts where it really breaks it up, and I don't know, that just wasn't for me. I think if you took it out, it would have been such a better movie. Overall, I don't really have a ton of complaints to this movie, but it's enough that it just scales it back for a little bit for a really great film that everyone needs to check out, that I think is really important. It's going to be influential, and it's something that is more relevant than ever to this day. Movie definitely has that A Few Good Men feel. If you really enjoyed that movie, I guarantee you'll probably enjoy this movie as well. This is one of the year's best, and I'm going to give this movie an 8 out of 10. Have you guys seen The Trial of Chicago 7? Is it on your watch list? Let me know when you guys see it and how you guys think about it. Let me know down below. As always, please like, share the video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. It means the world to me. You guys are liking my videos. Subscribe to my channel. You guys are the best. As always, I'll see you guys in the next video.